Hello everyone, my name is Brandon Newton. I'm the founder and CEO of GenMed Labs, and today I'll be presenting MedHub AI, which is basically an AI companion to help you stay on track with all of your healthcare needs. So just by raise of hands, how many of you all have tried out ChatGPT and love it? All right, good number of hands. So imagine how you could utilize ChatGPT, but you had all of your information privately and securely held. The idea is how, we've gotten used to utilizing artificial intelligence in most of our daily needs. A lot of users have expressed interest in using AI for their health, being able to use it for their own health metrics just because it has a natural language interface. You can get personalized insights, and you'll be able to eventually share that information with your healthcare provider. That would be a pretty amazing system. And the reason what inspired me to develop an application like this is because the whole global healthcare natural language processing market has a growth rate of at least 38.9% year on year. The reason is how there's increased need for a system like this. So the US Surgeon General has stated that how by the year 2033, we're actually going to be lacking at least 100 to 120,000 physicians that are not going to be available on hand. So imagine how if you can leverage this new type of technology to kind of help in the healthcare industry as a whole, in terms of the demand for operational efficiency, increasing the healthcare ecosystem. Overall, it's a pretty great platform to leverage in this use case. So integrating AI into healthcare improves clinical outcomes and drives significant cost savings and efficient gains. A lot of medical students, when they're studying medical technology, their field as a whole, leverage the power of artificial intelligence kind of to confirm some diagnoses. It has an opportunity for a higher diagnostic accuracy, as well as can be used in response to cost pressures. So AI integration can basically enhance disease detection. How if you're utilizing this platform in outpatient settings, there's chances of how the AI system could lead to earlier detection in certain diseases. It can also help in healthcare management, as well as there's an opportunity to not just expand across the US, but outside of the US, where there's kind of a lack of the same level of healthcare quality. So our prototyping addresses major pain points in terms of difficulty accessing and understanding health and data because of language barriers. It could be knowledge barriers, it could be skills barriers, reducing fear and anxiety. How many of you all have a family member that is nervous about going to the doctor? Right? So imagine like you have an AI assistant that's in the pocket that is tracking all of their dietary, current dietary inputs, their dietary goals, their fitness goals, their medication, their sleep habits, basically all of these metrics, and is able to basically give them a holistic view in terms of their current medical snapshot, and it's also helping them with pre-visit planning. And also you have this on hand, reliable and portability system for your personalized medical data. So in terms of competitive analysis, our two biggest competitors would be MyChart and Apple Health. So Apple Health is recently incorporated artificial intelligence into their systems, but currently there's not really integration in terms of like pre-visit planning. And then MyChart allows you to have all of your health data on hand, but it doesn't really help you with, I guess, like diet tracking, fitness tracking. So our platform basically would cater to a variety of different needs, as well as we have other competitors such as ZocDoc, BetterHelp, and Doctors on Demand, where even though they help with getting connected with physicians, you don't have an AI system that's integrated deeply with your own personalized data to give you better insights to your specific needs. So here's an example of the MVP that I've developed so far. So right now it's a chatbot where you can talk to it about basically anything. Like let's say, you are having a bad day, you just like to vent, you could utilize the chatbot for that feature, as well as you can get some insights into your personal medical information, but it would always defer back to a physician for its, it wouldn't diagnose you with certain conditions, but it would basically be similar to a Google search in terms of, you'd be able to find out information about specific cases, but it's better than the Google search because it's trained on your specific personalized information. So that way, over time, it learns about you and your specific needs. Whereas a simple Google search may give you generalized advice, but it won't necessarily be the best advice that caters to you specifically. I'm pretty sure that you all have seen examples of, you look up a diet online, but it's not necessarily specific to you. In this case, the AI system learns about you over time. And of course, you can see other examples of like the other tabs in terms of like nutrition, fitness, and I have other features coming in future models. So in terms of like our roadmap right now is just focused on building out the MVP and securing the platform. We definitely want to make sure that how the platform is HIPAA compliant and how it also is secure in terms of the cybersecurity aspect. And then the next platform is to integrate with wearables. So you've seen like the Oura Ring, Fitbit, and other platforms. We also want to make sure that how the AI is driven by personalized health plans. So we want to incorporate physicians in this platform, so that way the AI system basically acts as an agent on behalf of the physician when the physician is not available to the patient. The next stage is just building our partnerships with real-time data exchange with physicians and telemedicine integration, so that way you'll be able to FaceTime with your physician on the platform, and eventually expand the system so that way it has multi-language support as well as a digital doctor avatar. So instead of just chatting with the AI system, you'd be able to visually see an avatar and talk to it as if you were talking to another person. So in terms of the partnerships and subscriptions, so right now it's going to be a subscription model in terms of individual users, $10 a month, and eventually this will grow out to a full enterprise platform with a fully integrated AI electronic health records platform. And the partnerships will enhance platform credibility as well as adoption. And then we currently are going to be testing these during the MVP phase. As far as the timeline, it's going to be 1 month in terms of the first MVP. I'm just going to go back. So phase 1 was going to be 1 month, just to finish out building out the MVP, and then phase 2 is 2 months, phase 3 is 2 months, and then phase 4 will be an additional month. So all in all, to get to launch, it's about 6 months. So in terms of the team, it's myself. I'm a senior computer engineering major at Jackson University. I also have a medical background, spending 2.5 years in medical school. I also have 2 other computer engineering majors, Ethan Ricks and Devin Scott, as well as a graphics design major, Mackenzie Roy. And our advisors are Dr. Nashley Cephas and Bruce Deere. Dr. Cephas is a principal AI scientist at Amazon. And Bruce Deere has had extensive experience in terms of business development. And just to summarize, our platform is heavily needed because 85% of consumers want to utilize digital health tools. 77% have said how they want to use AI-powered health tools. And the market as a whole is a $600 billion market and is growing year by year. So right now we're just focused on our first foothold, which is going to be focused on diet, fitness, medication tracking, and getting users ready for preclinical visits. And from there, we'll expand out to a greater enterprise platform. And today, our ask is a little bit different from other companies. Right now, I'm just focused on getting a business advisor as a business lead, since my background is more so as a tech lead. Preferably someone who has HIPAA compliance, someone who has experience with HIPAA compliance as well as other regulatory compliance backgrounds, as well as I'm looking for participants to test out the application, as well as any other regulatory contacts for FDA and HIPAA certification. So Q1 will be our actual first raise in terms of like seed funding, and then Q3 will be the full launch, and then eventually 2026 will be the next round of funding. So I just want to thank you all for listening to me today. Any questions? Yes?
So what you named in your ask, business advisor with HIPAA background, why is that the core competency that you're looking for in terms of someone that you want to help run the business with? What are some other needs you might have that the business might have?
So at this stage, the reason why I was asking for the HIPAA compliance, right now I'm studying for the HL7 certification. I just thought how it would be better to have at least 2 people on board that are going through both the HIPAA regulatory need, as well as, since my background is in software engineering, that how I'd be able to kind of bounce back ideas in terms of getting to full compliance. I hope that makes sense.
What are the biggest technical challenges you see in sort of scaling the back end and getting to the kind of fully express full product vision? What are the technical roadblocks you see having to overcome?
Yes, so currently I have a privatized AI system for one user. Right now it's mainly scaling that using Docker. Sorry, this is getting a little bit technical, but basically scaling individual user accounts. That process I'm still learning myself in terms of, I'm not using existing APIs, I'm actually creating my own API and I have the large language model hosted on my own server. So it's like ChatGPT. In this process, it's going to be extremely private in terms of you have your own AI system, and yeah, it's essentially your own AI system, but in how to isolate those models as users are added. That's going to be the biggest technical challenge. Yes?
You mentioned it was a subscription-based model. How do you plan on getting those customers before they start paying? Are you going to have like a freemium model? Or?
Yeah, so my strategy, since I am currently a student, was to test out with a small focus group in terms of college students, target if it's the athletics departments of each department, to see if users would, if student athletes would benefit from platforms like this, but that wouldn't be the necessary final target group of the application. The application is basically anyone who has kind of need for improvement in terms of like their own health needs, like they have trouble staying on track or staying compliant with physicians' medical plans. But right now, my focus, since I have access to a large student group, is to first target students and university advisors in terms of the sports advisors. Anyone? Okay, if no other questions, I really appreciate you all listening to me today. Thank you.